So, the Project Management Professional Certification course includes a number of 28 sections and is aligned with the Project Management Body of Knowledge guide developed by the Project Management Institute. In the previous video, you learned about the first 14 sections or first 14 courses. Now let's see the other. Manage and control quality. A critical aspect of managing any project is managing the quality of processes and deliverables. Ultimately, a project will fail if it doesn't meet quality requirements. In this course, you'll learn how the manage quality process and the control quality process work together to help ensure that the process achieves the best possible levels of quality, both in how work is carried out and in the end result. Quality methodologies and standards for project management. Consistently providing high-quality products and services requires use of continuous process improvement initiatives and adherence to applicable industry standards. This course explains some of the most popular quality methodologies and standards that project management professionals use today. We will look at Lean and Six Sigma, as well as some of the specific Lean tools that are used for quality management and continuous improvement. We will also look at 4 different classes of quality standards, including the ISO standard. Plan and acquire resources. Unless you plan to do all the work on your project yourself, you are going to need to put a team together. That's not as easy as it sounds. You have to have people with the right mix of skills and expertise to make up a high-performing team. You will also need to be able to identify and acquire all the resources you will need for project success. In this course, you will learn how to develop a resource management plan. You will also learn best practices for estimating and acquiring necessary resources, developing and managing the project team, and optimizing resources throughout the project. Develop and manage resources. Ask anyone who has worked in a project environment, and they will tell you that team dynamics can make or break a project. A positive, constructive atmosphere can keep team members motivated and productive, while a negative atmosphere can have the opposite effect. Developing and managing effective teams is one of the primary responsibilities of a project manager, and controlling resources throughout the project lifecycle ensures that everything stays on track. In this course, we will explore the develop team, manage team, and control resources project management processes. Plan and manage communications. Regardless of the nature of your project, you are a bridge builder. That's your job as a project manager, to build bridges between all of the stakeholders, both inside and outside your company. And communication is how you do it. It's what you will use to keep everyone informed, engaged, and all pulling in the same direction. In this course, you'll learn how to create a communications management plan, and then how to manage the flow of information in accordance with the plan. Monitor project communications. Sometimes on projects, things don't go according to the communications management plan. Stakeholders' information needs might change, or your team members find a better way to use technology to communicate with each other. Or maybe someone drops the ball and keeps forgetting to send you important status updates. It is your job to monitor the flow of information and determine whether the plan needs to change or whether people's actions need to change, so they comply with the planned approach for project communications. Planning risk management. We face many risks during our lifetimes. Some people try to avoid risk by avoiding risky situations. For example, people who don't fly because they are scared the plane will crash. Most of us realize that if we dare to act wisely and take calculated risk, the rewards can outweigh the chance of negative consequences. Sure, airlines accidents do rarely happen, but that beach in the Caribbean shore is nice in February. This is the first course in the series of courses on the Project Risk Management knowledge area. We are going to learn about how to plan for risk on a project to make sure that when negative things do happen, we are ready for them. Identify risk. When it comes to risk management, knowing what the risks are is half the battle. Once you know what is likely to go wrong, you can prepare yourself and protect your project from the effects of adverse events. That's what the Identify Risk process is all about. In this course, you are going to learn what inputs you need to look at in order to identify risk, and how to use several techniques such as data analysis methods, like SWOT analysis and assumption and constraint analysis, to help you develop an effective risk register. Analyzing risk. All projects face a number of risks. There are uncertainties. You can't know whether certain events will actually occur or exactly what impact they will have on the project. However, you can analyze project risk in terms of their possible impacts and probabilities. In this course, we'll examine the two risk analysis processes of the project risk management knowledge area, namely, perform qualitative risk analysis and perform quantitative risk analysis. Responding to risk. Any project, big or small, faces risk. The way we manage these can determine whether the project makes or loses money. Successful risk management involves anticipating risk, preventing them where possible, and planning how to deal with risk that you can't prevent. This course covers the final three processes in the project risk management knowledge area. Plan risk responses, implement risk responses, and monitor risk. You will learn about some common risk response strategies and how to monitor and control risk as they occur. Procurement planning. Procurement management may not be the most flashy of all the project management knowledge areas, but it's still pretty important. Procurement is all about obtaining the goods and services that you will need for your project, from purchasing raw materials to contracting out specialties, services that you need to make sure the goods you buy are good quality, that they arrive when you need them also, and that you maintain good relationships with your suppliers. So in this course we are going to look at the planned procurement management process. Procurement management. Project success doesn't depend just on how well the project team performs. It also depends on the reliable delivery of required materials, products and services from external sources. This is where the procurement management processes come in. In this course you will learn all the aspects of managing the procurement of contracted goods and services, from choosing suitable vendors and managing relationships with sellers, to monitoring procurement activities and making changes and corrections when necessary. Planning stakeholder engagement. You will likely manage many different types of projects during your career as a project manager. Small ones, big ones, simple or complex. Regardless of the project, this one truth remains constant. Project success largely depends on a good working relationship between you and all other stakeholders. This is the first course covering the process in the project stakeholder management knowledge area. In this course you are going to learn how to determine who your stakeholders are and everything you need to know about them. We will also talk about how to plan effective stakeholder engagement approaches for your project. Managing stakeholder engagement. there are few project managers who are not familiar with the concept of financial value. In fact, the main purpose of business is the accumulation of value in the form of money, goods, or other tangible assets. But some project managers are not as familiar with the intangible value of relationships. Knowledge, access to information, connections, and goodwill. The process of developing and maintaining effective stakeholder relationships is called engagement. In this last course, we cover manage stakeholder engagement and monitor stakeholder engagement, which are the third and fourth process in the project stakeholder management knowledge area. One last point, at the end of the program, you will find a list with useful links for the certification process if you are interested.